Hi, this is Tom Lambert from My Halliburton Highlands. What if I told you that it's actually the beginning of gardening season? We contacted the Garlic Growers Association and they had Luke Cooper join us to give you tips on how to get your garlic in the ground now so that you'll have your own crop of homegrown garlic come next spring. Stay tuned. If you have any questions, we'll have all the contact information for the Garlic Growers Association at the end of this video. Let's plant some garlic.
Hello, my name is Luke Cooper, and today we're going to be talking about a little bit of garden bed prep for planting fall garlic. First thing you want to know is you want to make sure you have good soil. Good soil, you want to make sure there's not too much clay. A nice sandy soil, particularly in Halliburton County, will clump together in your hand like that, and that'll make sure that you've got good drainage, and it'll let you get the garlic planted down a little bit, stay above the frost line. But it'll let you get good drainage and make sure the root system can go deep into that soil and you get nice bulb development. First thing you want to know about bed development is if you're starting off with a new bed, an area that hasn't been tilled before, you may have to cover that with a tarp or black plastic. If you're doing a more commercial size operation, you might go with a polypropylene roll. That'll give you lots of coverage, but if you're doing a small bed or a garden in your backyard, you can just use a garbage bag. Stake that down, let the grass and the weeds underneath germinate, die off, and then you'll be able to take that off, rake it, and then start to till the soil, and that'll take care of all the weeds and all the grass. You won't have to worry about different plants competing with your planted garlic. Once you get the grass cover off, you're going to look to till that soil. You're going to look to go down about 6 to 8 inches. If you've got a garden fork, that's an excellent tool. If you've got an electric or a gas tiller, you can use that as well. You're going to want to go over the soil a couple of times in order to make sure that you get that nice loose ground underneath you. You aerate that soil nicely. What you want to be able to do is you want to be able to press down about 4 inches into the soil, and then you'll plant your garlic, and you'll plant with the root side down, so you'll bust open your clove. With the tip up, root down, place it in, and then cover nicely. And from there, you'll want about a 6-inch spacing. So you think you've got your 4-inch marker, take another, it's about 2 inches, so you're approximating from your mark, 6 inches, down another 4. 6 inches, down another 4. And you do that all the way the length of your bed. And then when you're doing your spacing, if you've got a smaller diameter bed like this, you're probably good to go another 6 inches, down 4. If you're working on a larger piece of property where you're going to have difficulty weeding from both sides, you might want to leave 1 foot between rows in order to be able to walk in between without stepping on your garlic. So the optimal time for planting garlic in Halliburton County is usually between Thanksgiving and Halloween. You really want to get it in before that first frost. But once you've got your garlic in the ground, you want to wait until you get your second really good solid frost before you put on your mulch. Now, mulch is going to protect the garlic not actually from the frost, but from a winter thaw. Because what will end up happening is you'll get winter kill if the ground gets too soggy, too moist, and warm in some of those January and February thaws that we get in Halliburton County. And it'll start to grow, and then when the ground refreezes, it'll kill off your new growth. So you want to put about 6 to 12 inches of mulch on top of your garlic, usually in November after that second really good ground freeze. So what you can use dried leaves, either this year's or last year's. If you're going to use leaves you've collected this year, you want to make sure that in the spring you move them off of your garlic plants that are starting to sprout, because you don't want to trap too much moisture and mold as the plants grow. You can also use the previous year's leaves if you've been ambitious and collected them a year in advance. That's always a good method. You can also use various types of straws. Try to avoid hay. Hay can be done, but you're going to introduce too much grass seed into your bed. So straws and leaf mold or leaf mulch are really your best options. Also, try to avoid any form of cedar mulch. Cedar is a wood that, when it is introduced into the ground, it actually prohibits a lot of different growth. Great for reducing weeds around your house, not great for growing garlic. And that really is it for now. Garlic is a very hardy plant. It's a very adaptable plant. So you're going to get this in the ground in between Thanksgiving and Halloween. You're going to mulch in mid-November, and you're going to wait until March break, and you're going to start looking for the signs of life and those green shoots. Good luck. Happy garlicking.